Something has just happened with 3I/Atlas, and scientists are scared to talk about it publicly. A new report suggests that this object is showing behavior no natural comet has ever shown. Not in the last 200 years of recorded astronomy, not even close. And now some astronomers are saying something they were never supposed to say. This object might not be a comet at all. If that sounds unbelievable, wait until you hear the new anomalies scientists just detected, because what you're about to learn changes everything. To understand how strange 3I/Atlas is, you first need to know how a normal comet behaves. A natural comet follows a predictable orbit. It shows evaporation when it heats. It spins in a random but stable way. It loses mass at a measurable rate, and its brightness changes slowly and smoothly over time. But 3I/Atlas breaks every single one of these rules. Not one or two of them, all of them. And that is why scientists are quietly panicking behind the scenes. 3 nights ago, telescopes picked up something that should be impossible. 3I/Atlas suddenly increased its brightness by over 500% and then dropped back down within minutes. Natural comets simply cannot do this. A gas jet powerful enough to cause that spike would require energy no known comet can produce. One astronomer wrote, "It's acting like it's turning something on and then off again." Brightness spikes like this only happen when an object reflects sunlight from a smooth surface or when it releases energy in controlled bursts. Controlled. That's the word scientists are avoiding on purpose, because once you use that word, you are no longer describing a rock. You are describing a mechanism. Then came the rotation anomaly. Comets tumble randomly, spinning like uneven rocks shaped by time and collisions. But 3I/Atlas rotates in perfect intervals, like a machine turning on a balanced axis. It completes a 121-minute rotation with almost impossible precision. If it were natural, it would wobble, shift, or slow down as material escaped from its surface. But this object rotates like a crafted structure. One researcher said, "It looks like an object with internal symmetry. Rocks don't have symmetry. Machines do." That one statement was never meant to be public, but it leaked through private research notes, and it changed the tone of the whole investigation. And then the radio signal arrived. A faint but repeating 3-pulse frequency detected by a radio telescope in Eastern Europe. Not random noise, not natural interference, something structured. The signal repeated at equal intervals, and when astronomers attempted to publish the data, the report was suddenly withdrawn. Not disproven, just quietly removed from circulation. Many believe this happens only when governments or agencies request additional review before letting the public see something unusual. A repeating multi-pulse frequency coming from the direction of an object already behaving unnaturally raises questions nobody feels comfortable answering. But the strangeness didn't stop there. As measurements improved, scientists began estimating the density of 3I/Atlas based on its motion through the solar system. The results made no sense. Natural comets have densities between 0.3 and 0.6 grams per cubic centimeter, but estimates for 3I/Atlas are closer to 0.1. That means the object is either extremely porous, hollow, or made of an unknown material with properties that don't match any known comet. One astrophysicist privately commented, "Its density makes no sense unless it is artificially structured." A hollow shell drifting through interstellar space sounds like science fiction, but right now the numbers match that possibility more than they match anything natural.
Then scientists detected a tiny but measurable shift in its trajectory. Not caused by gravity, not caused by solar radiation, not caused by gas jets blasting from the surface. There was no visible reason for the course change. The object simply altered direction by a fraction of a degree. The only other time an interstellar object has done this was Oumuamua, and even NASA still has no satisfying explanation for what pushed it. Now, a second object from outside our solar system is showing the same kind of behavior. 2 objects, both moving unnaturally, just a few years apart. that is no longer something you can dismiss as coincidence. Behind closed doors, scientists are discussing possibilities they never imagined discussing publicly. Some believe 3I Atlas could be a type of interstellar probe, something designed by an ancient civilization to travel extremely long distances, scanning star systems. Not for communication, at least not directly, but for data collection. Others believe it could be a fragment of a megastructure, a piece of something much larger that broke apart long ago and has been drifting through space ever since. Something designed, not born. A third theory suggests it might be an ancient relic, inactive, drifting for millions of years until it happened to cross our path. A leftover artifact from a civilization that may no longer exist. And if that is true, then we are looking at something older than our species. Over the next few weeks, 3I Atlas will move into a position where its behavior can be measured with far more accuracy. Its brightness variations, its rotation pattern, its internal composition, and even the faint signals coming from its direction will be easier to detect. Scientists are preparing for what may be the most important observation window of their careers. If the object shows even one more anomaly, one more brightness shift, one more unexplained acceleration, one more structured signal, then the scientific community will no longer be able to hide behind the word comet. At that point, they will be forced to confront the possibility that something else is crossing through our solar system. And the truth is, many already believe that. Quietly, carefully, off the record. They suspect 3I Atlas might be artificial, but no institution wants to be the first to say something that big. The risk to reputation, funding, and credibility is enormous. So instead, they wait. They collect data. They hope for something that can be explained. But every new measurement is making the situation harder, not easier. As the world watches 3I Atlas drift closer, one thing becomes clear. Something about this object is deeply wrong. It does not act like a comet. It does not move like a comet. It does not reflect light like a comet. And it does not rotate like any natural object we have ever observed. Whatever 3I Atlas truly is, it is not behaving like something the universe shaped by accident. And maybe that's exactly why it's here. Maybe we were always going to encounter something like this eventually. Maybe this is the moment when humanity learns we are not alone. Whatever happens next, 3I Atlas is only the beginning.